everybody, it's Paige Evans. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a new process video to share with you today. As soon as I saw this pattern paper, I knew I wanted to make those flowers come to life and really stand out. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. So this is the B side of the paper, and I'm trimming off that barcode strip. Remember to hang on to the barcode strips because my previous video shows you how to use those in a fun and creative way. And now I'm using an X-Acto knife or a sharp craft knife to slightly cut out each and every leaf and flower of this large floral love title. So this is very fiddly, it takes a long time, but the results are worth it, at least to me. I hope you think it's worth it too. Give it a try and let me know. So from every petal right here, you can see I am curving the craft knife around, and then I'm bending up the leaves and flower petals. So that's an important step, is once you've cut around the images, to bend them up. And that's what creates all of the dimension and the texture and the shadows and really makes this page come to life. And you just want to make sure not to entirely cut out the leaves or the flowers, or else they'll just pop right out. And I guess you could tape them back in place. It would take a creative solution, but you just want to almost cut it out. So here you can see I finished with the E. Probably took 15-20 minutes to cut around each letter. And I did take a break overnight just to give my fingers a rest. Here you go. You can see I have cut around all of the leaves and the flowers. So that's the gist of the layout, really. Now comes the embellishing part. So I am going to back the layout with this light blue textured cardstock from American Crafts, and that way you can see the light blue peeking out from behind the flowers and leaves. I'm using a 2x3 inch photo of my daughter Jane inside the O. I think the O creates a natural frame. It's the perfect spot to add a photo. And then overlapping the right side of the photo is where I'm going to create the subtitle using a combination of die cuts and stickers. So it's going to say "This beautiful girl." The "this" is made with the puffy word stickers. The "beautiful" is a die cut from the ephemera die cuts, and "girl" is from the 4-page sticker book from the mini alphas. To add more pops of interest, this is my favorite technique recently, is splashing and spritzing and dropping watered down white acrylic paint using a toothbrush. So I love that it creates a fine mist as well as larger droplets, and the white really pops off this dark blue background. And it just adds a little something something. Apparently I haven't adhered the background yet, but I'm going to do so now, just lightly adhering it in place, pressing it down, and then I will glue everything in place. So I figured out where I was going to put the photo and subtitle first, took everything off, and then did the acrylic paint splashing. Otherwise it would get all over the photo, unless you covered it with a scrap piece of paper, which is another option too. And I like using foam squares to attach things to create different depths of thickness and layers on my background. So there's a package of sequins in Bloom Street, so I'm going to add a few of the silver sequins around the page for some sparkle and shine. Just adds a little something extra. And then I'm using a white paint pen by Sharpie to add journaling down here on the bottom right corner. The page just didn't feel quite finished yet, and so I grabbed this apron scalloped border punch from Fiskars, and I'm going to punch a little section on all 4 sides. So it's not in an even spot, it's kind of off-centered from each other. They're not aligned. And then I will back each place with a barcode strip. So here's another great use for those barcode strips, is to back border punches. So I'm folding it into quarters and then using these little pieces of floral paper from the barcode strip to back the scalloped borders. And I'm going to lightly adhere them in place. Oh, but first I thought about adding these layered butterfly stickers, but I thought it was just too much. There was too much going on with those layered butterfly stickers, so I took them off. I added machine stitching instead, and I love the texture that it adds. As a final step, I'm going to use these fine tip scissors to ruffle up the edges, create some texture, and that's the finished layout. I love how this turned out. Love, get it? And I hope you are inspired to create this too using one of the pattern papers in my brand new Bloom Street collection. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you again soon.